anytime you're a defendant, you got to realize you have absolutely no rights. Then you're going to get clobbered like a ping pong ball.
Right.
So what I always tell people is you have to file a claim against the other party that they're interfering with your rights to a trial by jury, or they're interfering with your rights to have a common law court of record trial proceed over this matter. So you actually turn around and sue them. You can sue the judge. You can sue everybody who's interfering with your rights to have a 7th Amendment, or Article 7, jury trial by jury under the common law, under the court of record. You could turn around and sue them that they're stepping outside of their authority, scope of authority.
That's known as an adversarial proceeding in bankruptcy. Unless you're going to take it out of the bankruptcy and file it in federal district court.
Right. Well, that's what I try to say to you. I don't use fancy words like adversarial proceeding. I just say, you are doing me wrong. You are interfering with my right. Stop interfering with my right, or I'm going to drag your butt into a common law court of record, and I'm going to be compensated for every second that you interfere in my right. And I'm going to charge you $1 a second. And right now, you're up to 8 million seconds. So how are we going to play this?
Well, I've already done that in the court of record through the newspaper notice.
Well, like I said, the notice, to me, why can't you just propose it to the other side on one page, give them the notice that if they don't stop interfering with your rights, that you're going to charge them $1 a second for every second your rights, or $1 a day, or $10,000 a day for every day that they're interfering with your right to proceed with this matter under a common law court of record in front of a jury. See what they have to say. But you'll never win as a defendant. You'll always get clobbered. You'll always get beat. You have to drag them before a common law court of record.
Well, I'm the plaintiff in the adversarial proceedings, whether you like the words or not. That's what they are in bankruptcy. Any side case, any issue anything you have an issue with becomes an adversarial proceeding. You file it as an adversarial, and then you become the plaintiff. Okay,
well, you see what you're still saying? You're still using words bankruptcy court. I don't move under any other court. You will never get an answer from me. I will never file any motion, any pleading, any petition, any answer in anything other than a common law court of record. That is the only court that I believe has the authority to judge me, because nobody else has got the power other than 12 people to judge me. The man in the black robe is a magistrate. He is not a judge. In America, we call them judges for some godly reason I don't know. Go to England, they're not called judges. They say, you see that jury box over there? Yeah, that's your judges. You see the man with the big wig and those two guys sitting there with the little wigs? Those are magistrates. The judges are over there. Talk to them. In this country, we got it backwards. For some reason, the guys in a black robe, you keep calling them judges. If they want to call themselves judges and confuse you and trick you and you want to believe their nonsense, God bless you. They don't trick me. I say, wait a second. Can I appeal this? Yeah, well, then I'm not in front of a common law court of record, because the 7th Amendment says that once it's been tried by the jury, it cannot be reheard or retried by any court in the United States. Are you telling me I don't like the decision from you today, I could appeal it to somebody else? Yeah. Well, then I'm in the wrong court.
Is that not what a newspaper notice is?
I don't play that newspaper. I know exactly what you're trying to say with newspaper notices, but you know and I know that's not fair. You can't put it in the obituary in a little tiny newspaper in the middle of nowhere. That might have been fair and square back in 1602 when everybody really read a newspaper, but now when the readership is down to less than 1% and nobody's going to read the notices by the obituary, that's not really fair. So I just tell the other side straight up, look, you're interfering with my right. I want a common law trial by jury. Is there some godly reason why you have some sort of lawful excuse why I can't evoke the 9th article of the Bill of Rights and get myself in front of a jury? Tell me your legal, lawful determination decision. I don't care what you use to try to explain the nonsense that you're trying to deny me. You can't interfere with the rights of man. You're here to protect the rights of man. You can't be the one interfering with my rights. Heaven help you if you do. I'm charging $10,000 a day.
Now, is that a contradiction when you said as a defendant you have no rights? Can I do that as a defendant?
No, because you are the ingredient. You are just a little tiny peon nothing in their case. You have that actor's role of the court jester. You're the clown. You're the Punch and Judy. You're the one that they just put in a case.
And in the adversarial proceeding where I'm the plaintiff, I do have that right.
No, because, again, you just keep saying adversarial proceeding in a bankruptcy court. I don't know the rules. They could change the rules on you tomorrow. They're those rules for a bankruptcy court or an equity court or a maritime court or whatever adjective you want to put in front of it. I just want to go into a common law court of record. That's the only thing I only want to hear. I don't want to hear. If I hear anything else but a common law court of record, you're interfering with my rights. Well, we're going to take you to maritime court. I don't want. I'm going to take you to tax court. I ain't going. Is there some reason why I can't have what the Constitution protects? This is the only court. A common law court of record is the only court that the United States Supreme Court protects and secures for the right of the people. There is no other court that is protected by this U.S. government or by the states. Is there some ungodly reason why I can't have what the Constitution protects and secures for me? That's what I tell them.
Do you have a comment on how you change your standing when you're in bankruptcy? Do you just...
You just start a whole new case. You start a whole new pleading, a whole new case, a whole new suit, a whole new everything. I get so far away from their silly nonsense. The only thing I refer them to is the man who's interfering with my rights is some guy named a magistrate judge, head clerk Smith, and some prosecuting guy who says he works for the Attorney General's office. Read my lawsuit. I put it on Insurance website. See how I stylized it. See how I explained how they're wrongdoers. They're not defendants. They're wrongdoers. You won't see the word defendant anywhere in my lawsuit. They did me wrong. I want to be compensated for the wrong. Am I fighting these men? No. If I was fighting them, I'd say, put up your dukes, defend yourself. I don't want to fight them. I'm telling them, you did me wrong, I want compensation. And if they say no, you know what? I'm turning to the jury. Jury, did these people do me wrong? Yes. You tell them to give me money now. Okay, give this man money. I'm not fighting this man. I'm not bringing the controversy into the public. I'm not calling them defendants. I'm not fighting these men. I'm bringing my case, my claim, before a jury. And I'm pleading my heart out to the jury. Look, these men did me wrong. I want to be compensated for the wrongdoings that these men did to me. Please tell these men to stop doing the wrong they're doing to me and compensate me $10,000 a day for every time they did it to me. Now, if you think that's excessive, jury, don't give me so much. Give me $1. I don't care, but tell these men to stop doing what they're doing, please. And that's the way I word it. And you see the cover of my lawsuit. I don't put the letter V in there. I just put a black straight line between the parties' names. And I put myself as the prosecutor, and everybody underneath me is a wrongdoer. They did me wrong.
Now, you file that in federal district court and demand a trial by jury.
Absolutely. That's it. Absolutely. Look at the cover. It's really simple the way I stylized it. I used Blackstone's Commentary, Volume 3, Chapter 23, Section 378, where it said that the jury at its own hazard and its own peril gets to determine the delicate matters of law and fact. And then once it's tried, either for the plaintiff or defendant, that verdict is final. That's it.
I want to get a copy of that. That sounds like a good template.
Simple template, beyond simple. I don't use any of their codes. If you want to refer to their codes, use the letter CF, like Cactus Frank. You got to learn what CF means. It's like not only do I believe what they did is wrong, but CF, Title 42, Section 1983, says that they can't interfere with the rights of the citizens of the United States. Now, I'm not saying I'm a citizen of the United States, but they know that what they're doing as a public official, they can't even do it to the citizens of the United States. I'm not saying that, but I'm just comparing it to me as a man. They can't do what they did to me. So always compare what they did wrong to you to what the United States Supreme Court agrees is what's wrong, what the state statutes say is wrong, what the citation of the Bible says is wrong to you, but you always use CF. Like if you look at my lawsuit, you say, wow, he's got CF like everywhere. Compare that to United States Supreme Court ruling in Platsky versus CIA. Look at that as compare that to Blackstone's Commentary. Look at that compared to Alabama Code of 1975, Section 36.1, 3665. Compare that with. They are not allowed to do that, even under their own laws. It's not only my belief, it's their law that they're also in violation of. They're interfering with my right, and they're also in violation of their own law, of their own codes, of their own ordinances. They're in violation of their own nonsense that they write.